Welcome back to my channel Fundamentals of Imaging. Let's talk about the consolidation. So, what are the learning objective of this video? Consolidation. First, define pulmonary consolidation. Identify key imaging findings. Interpret chest X-rays to find causes. Correlate clinical findings. And then recognize common pitfalls in differentiating consolidation from the collapse and other pathologies. So, what is consolidation? Consolidation is defined as the opacification of lung filled by any means, that is the fluid, blood, cells or infective material accumulation within the lung air unit, that is the alveoli or lung air spaces. So this is called the consolidation. How it appears in chest X-ray? So it appears as a radio opacity in lung field. As we can see in this image that the upper and middle zone of right lung field is opacified. So what are the signs of consolidation? Consolidation, first sign is the increased lung attenuation or opacity as described in this image. Then air bronchogram. What is air bronchogram? Air bronchogram is the linear lucencies within the this opacified zone. This is the endoluminal air within the terminal bronchioles. So this is the air bronchogram. Now cellhood sign. What is cellhood sign? Cellhood sign is the obscuration of the normal border of two structures of different density in adjacent by the consolidation or collapse. So this red line denotes the right heart border which lies adjacent to the lung field, and this is the border of diaphragmatic, and this is the right paratracheal border, and this is the left paratracheal. So these are the cellhood, and if this is obscured, then this is called the cellhood sign. As we see in this image, there is a radio opacity in right lower zone causing obscuration of right heart border, which is denoted by this red line. This is called the cellhood sign. This is specific for the consolidation and collapse. Now, what are the causes of consolidation? Depending on the cause, it is called as, that is, if it is filled with blood, then pulmonary hemorrhage. If it is filled with cells, then it is called the malignancy or adenocarcinoma is the cause. If due to the fat, then lipoid pneumonia. If it is due to the gastric content, aspiration pneumonia. If due to the protein, then alveolar proteinosis. If pus or infective material, then pneumonia or bacterial pneumonia. And if it is due to the transudate or fluid, then pulmonary edema. It could be cardiogenic or non-cardiogenic. So these are the causes of consolidation, and according to the causes, its name. Now the types depending upon the lung involvement. So if it is diffusely involving the lung parenchyma, called the diffuse type. As we can see in this image, there are fluffy radio opacity distributed in bilateral lung fields. So this is called the diffuse consolidation. And lobar type is the involvement of one or more lobes. So before going to the lobar type, let's understand about the lobe and their anatomy in chest X-ray. So this red line denotes the oblique fissure, and this one is the horizontal fissure. The area above and anterior to oblique fissure and horizontal fissure is called upper lobe. So we see this blue area is the right upper lobe, and area below the horizontal fissure and anterior to the oblique fissure is called the right middle lobe, which lies anterior and inferior. We see in this PA film, it is anterior and inferior, and in lateral view we see as the triangular area. This is the right middle lobe, and area below and posterior to this oblique fissure is called the lower lobe. So we see this is the right lower lobe, which is mostly in posterior region, and this is we can see in the lateral view. This is the posterior and inferior. Similarly, in left lung, this purple line denotes the oblique fissure, and there is only one fissure. So area above and anterior to oblique fissure is right left upper lobe. This we can see in this X-ray image, and the area below and posterior this fissure is the left lower lobe. So only two lobes in on left side. Now next is the seal hood sign depending upon the involvement of the long lobe. So if right upper lobe is involved, then is the obscuration of right paratracheal strip, and the horizontal fissure is lying below the consolidated part. So this is the seal hood for the right upper lobe. If right middle lobe is involved, then right heart border is obscured and horizontal fissure lies above the consolidated part. For right lower lobe, this may obscure the hemidiaphragm and CP angle on right side. Another is the left upper lobe involvement causes the obscuration of left heart border, whereas the it obscures the left paratracheal strip in left upper lobe involvement. So left heart border is obscured in case of the lingular consolidation of left upper lobe. So this is the specific for lingular consolidation. Now, left lower lobe consolidation causes obscuration of left hemidiaphragm and descending aorta and the left CP angle. So these are the seal hood sign according to the involvement of the long lobes. Now we can see that the lobe involvement one by one. So right upper lobe consolidation. In this image, red area denotes the right upper lobe above the horizontal fissure. This blue line is the horizontal fissure. This opacity lies above the horizontal fissure in PA film, and in lateral film you can also see that the blue line denote the horizontal fissure. Area above this is the upper lobe. So this image shows that the right upper lobe consolidation. Now next is the right middle lobe consolidation. So middle lobe is the anterior and inferior part. So this opacity, which is denoted by this green area, so this opacity lies within the middle zone and it causes the obscuration of right heart border, that is the seal hood sign. And we can see in this lateral image denoted by this green area, this is the consolidated part. So this is the right middle lobe consolidation. Another is the right lower lobe consolidation. This blue line denotes the oblique fissure, and in PF film we cannot visualize entire right lower lobe because it lies posteriorly. So in CP angle only you can visualize, and the consolidated part in the lower lobe have to differentiate it from this. If hemidiaphragm is obscured, then it is lower lobe. Otherwise, it has to be taken. Lateral fin should be taken to differentiate middle and lower lobe. So in this image, we can see that the oblique fissure and area posterior and below this is the right lower lobe consolidation. Now next is the left upper lobe. Left upper lobe is the mostly PA view shows that it is upper and anterior part. So this is the upper lobe, and this blue line denotes the oblique fissure. This is the sharp line. This is the opacity lies in the left long field in upper and middle zone. So this is anterior to the this oblique fissure. So this is the left upper lobe consolidation. Now left lower lobe consolidation, as in the right side lower lobe is posterior, on left side also it is posterior. So it can cause the obscuration of the hemidiaphragm. On in this image we can see the opacity in left long field with the obscuration of hemidiaphragm, and in lateral field it is lined by this oblique fissure, and this is the area of left lower lobe consolidation. These are the all about the lower consolidation. Now the lingular consolidation, it's so similar seal hood sign as the middle lobe consolidation on right side. So this is the cardiac outline, and this is the consolidated part causing the obscuration of left heart border, and this is the lingular consolidated part. So this is the lingular consolidation. On in diffuse type, we have seen that there is a special type of perihilar consolidation, which we can see in this image. This is due to the pulmonary edema. This is the specific for the pulmonary edema, but it can also be seen in some type of infection. But if we see this bat wing sign or perihilar consolidation, we suspect for the consolidation due to the pulmonary edema and also the cardiac size. If cardiac size is enlarged and there is a bat wing sign, then suspect for the cardiogenic pulmonary edema. Now consolidation versus mass. So how to differentiate consolidation from the mass? So consolidation has ill-defined margin or ill-defined area with fluffy appearance, whereas it is well-defined, solid and dense. Consolidation has ill-defined margin, as we can see in this image, but mass has well-defined speculated or lobulated margin. As we can see, this has the lobulated margin. It consolidation has air bronchogram, whereas the mass do not have air bronchogram, and Silhouette sign is positive in air consolidation, whereas the no Silhouette sign in mass. So these are the differentiating point of consolidation and mass. Now we have to differentiate consolidation from the collapse, because both has the similar opacity in chest X-ray. So both has the increased opacity in chest X-ray, and air bronchogram can seen in both consolidation and collapse. So we have to differentiate. So collapse shows the features of volume loss, whereas in consolidation there is no feature of volume loss. So we can see in this image, trachea is central in consolidation and radio opacity with air bronchogram, and mediastinum is midline. Whereas in this image we can see that this green line denoting the trachea shifted to left side, this red line denoting the pleural outline and air within the pleural cavity, which we can see as the no air bronchovascular marking within it, and this is the pleural outline due to the collapse of the lung or lung volume loss, and mediastinum is shifted to the left side and hyperinflation of the right lung field, whereas in this image there is a lung field is completely normal in size. So these are the features of collapse and consolidation. So we can differentiate these two by these points. Now if you like this video, then like, comment and share. Thank you.